Welcome back, everyone. Reagan Winkler is back with us today from the Better Business Bureau. We're talking a little bit about those mobile payment apps. There's a scam related to that. There's always a scam related to everything when it comes to technology. But first of all, if you could tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, so this scam, it has been around for a while, but it's recently come back in our area. Victims or potential victims are receiving emails from PayPal or Venmo or Cash App claiming that these emails are legitimate and that they're from these companies when really they're just trying to get you to log in using the links that they've sent you on a spoofed website that looks just like the legitimate one. And when they have that link, it takes you to it and they want you to type in all your login information so they have access directly to your account, which then gives them access to your bank account information, your social security number, and your credit cards. And we see this a lot. People will come in, it looks very legitimate. They have the logos, they have correct spelling. With technology nowadays, everything looks real, especially through email. And they say things like there's a problem with your account or you have money waiting for you in these accounts. And they're really just wanting you to check on those immediately using that sense of urgency that we see a lot with scams. And the goal is to get you to do that. So I'm just warning people to double check those emails, make sure that when you're getting a link in those emails that you're not clicking on those, that if you are suspicious of your account having unsuspected activity, that you go directly to those websites of those businesses such as Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you're getting on them directly through their site.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I got one from PayPal, and I'm telling you, I thought it was a legit thing too, and I haven't used them for years, but everything looked the same. The symbols were the same. They just wanted to update some information. You mentioned that they will reach out via email or text. Is there specific verbiage then that they're using? They just want you to kind of update things?
Yeah, sometimes it'll be a sense of urgency, or they're really just hoping that you see that. And like you said, you think, oh, I haven't used this in a while. I should probably check, make sure everything's right. And they want you to just log in that way. But a good thing to remember is that if you are receiving an email from PayPal or Venmo, that you're checking the verbiage that they're using. If they're saying greetings customer and they're not addressing you directly, that's a big red flag. So make sure that those accounts, they're addressing you directly and you don't click or download any of the links that were sent to you, that you just go directly to the source online.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because they are getting more sophisticated. They look more realistic. It used to be that we could look for spelling errors or anything like that. Are there any other red flags besides, as you mentioned, they don't directly give your name and say, hey, Reagan or Jeff. They just say, dear sir, or something like that. Are there other things to look for that we can catch?
If they're using that sense of urgency, one, and if they're immediately trying to get personal information, maybe they're trying to change your address right there through the email, or they're asking you for shipping or checking just personal information, or trying to get you to type in a PIN for your account. Just avoiding those.
And you're seeing it across all the pay apps, Cash App and Venmo and all those kind of things.
Yep, we've seen mostly through PayPal, but recently Venmo and Cash App have started coming up because now businesses are allowed to use those. And you just want to be sure that they're using a business account and not a friends and family account. There's a lot that goes into these, but just a general understanding is just double check and go directly to the source.
Is it a reminder, too, do you think that we should go back if we have a PayPal account and if you haven't been on it, or Venmo or one of those, and you haven't been on it for years, maybe, as you said, go to the site. Maybe it's time. If you don't use it, maybe shut it down so you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to check, people move, especially in this last year. A lot of people have moved. You've changed your address. And you want to be sure, you're updating all of your passwords and all of your information yearly, or just checking and making sure that you know the passwords so that you don't have to receive one of those emails where you have to click on a link and you have to go change it that way. So just knowing and updating information as you go is always a good rule of thumb.
Good information as always. Reagan, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet. Nice to get the updates, and we'll be back right after this.